One worker union member has a problem with other worker.
Okay.
Both of them was traveling in the same company provided transportation.
Okay.
One day, other worker asked, "You drop me in X location," which was not a point.
Okay.
He given a drop. The other worker was not okay with that. Next day, he demands, "You drop me in X location."
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the episode 14 of the Leader Speak podcast. Today, we have very special guest, Shekhar Ganagaluru. He has more than 20 years experience in MNC, hardcore HR person from manufacturing industries. He has 5 gold medalists in college and he launched more than 8 books. One book is related to labor law, the balance 7 on personal development, and he's going to launch another 2 books related to HR. His background is from Canada. He doesn't know when he started his career. I started with Canada, but he built so much of learning, and he's one of the director of one of the well-known MNC company. Let's dive in to understand more on this episode to Shekhar. Welcome to the episode 14, the Leaders Speak podcast. Thank you so much for coming here and taking your time to talk about yourself. Let me begin with your story. Like, where you born, how was the education, what's your parents? Just talk about your personal life.
First of all, Basuraj, congratulations for completing 13 episodes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
It's a very rare show which I witnessed as a HR leader, bringing HR leaders to such a wonderful platform and in introducing these stories to the people.
Thank you, sir.
So really adds up to you.
Thank you so much.
So me, as you know, Shekhar Ganagaluru. Ganagaluru is my birthplace
Okay.
where I took my birth 43 years back. It's a small village, about 140 houses,
Okay.
animals, birds, greenery, where the passion of getting network with nature started. My father is a CXO. My father is also CXO. Can you guess it? What positions they are? Basuraj. My father is a chief agricultural officer.
Wow. So that's interesting, sir. Amazing.
My father is chief home officer. I think we forget to recognize the position what our parents are holding.
Correct.
Today, who I am is because of them.
Absolutely.
I said my father is a chief agricultural officer. A agricultural as a 2 words, agri plus cultural. You see, agri is a Latin word. It says cultivation, farming, a cultivation of a land.
Correct.
Cultural, you know what is culture? Values, systems, standards. A doing a cultivation with standards. Doing farming with a passion. That is what my father taught me. That's why I call him as a chief agricultural officer.
Super.
He is my mentor from that day to today. And coming to my Amma, Amma is a chief home officer. I think today I am successful in my HR because Amma's mantra of ethics
Wow.
and Amma's mantra of accountability, Amma's mantra of stress management, Amma's mantra of treating everyone with dignity. I think without these values, HR is nothing. So from there, my journey started. I've done my schooling at my native, later my 10th from Kalkunte, later I've done my PUC from Sarjapur, and later I've done my master's in social work from Bangalore University Gnanabharati campus, and I also done my law from Arunodaya Law College from Bangalore. I also like to share an interesting journey about my academics.
Oh.
I have not studied with passion. I have studied with fear. The fear of working in the farming land. A fear of going with father for agriculture. To escape from father's torture, I have started going for a school.
Okay.
That really shaped, because whenever my father used to call me for a work, I used to keep a book and pretending that I'm reading. But as days passed, Saraswati became my friend and I became a follower of books Saraswati. When I've done my 10th, English was totally for me a big problem. Somehow my parents' blessings, I passed 35 marks. I got 35 marks. But I scored 99 in math.
Wow.
I went to Sarjapura PUC. The principal saw my marks card. I asked, I want arts.
Okay.
He given a commerce.
Acha.
So first day, first class, a short person keeping a accountancy book in his hand came to a class. The first question he asked, rise hands, those who are from Kannada medium.
Okay.
And he told, if you are able to read this book, stay in this class or out. Immediately after that, he started dictation of syllabus for a 2 hours.
Oh.
I was writing only A, B, C, D because I was unable to write properly in English. Immediately after 2 hours, I was front of principal. So please change me to arts.
Okay.
After 2 days of request, he written arts and told Alagogo. From there, I started PUC. Later, I joined BA, History, Economics, Political Science. I was the first student in SVP College, Sarjapur, achieved 5 gold medals.
Wow.
I was the first student who achieved first rank in political science and economics. Later, I joined MSW in Bangalore University. So completed 21 years of professional life. And today, who I am like this.
This is a really amazing, sir. Beautiful. Yeah, I resonate very well because I also background of Kannada medium school, and when I came to Bangalore, 98, I know how much struggle I go through because of the language. Yeah, as you told, we learn the course of life, like
Exactly.
and today I can talk in English, at least convey the message what I want to convey. And as you mentioned that you did MSW, right? MSW. What made you to choose MSW? Because I know that journey what you're talking about is well planned education you want to do. But what made you to choose only MSW? Because you told from commerce to arts, then art after the arts, then you done MSW. There is something there to choose MSW.
Sir, frankly speaking, no planning.
Okay.
I was not aware about the word called planning. Frankly, that time was not aware about spelling of planning also. Completed graduation, needs to join for a master's. My passion was economics or political sciences.
Okay.
My friend came along with me to Bangalore University forced me to apply for social work also.
Okay.
I have applied for political science, economics, and social work. Fortunately or unfortunately, the social work department announced the list first
Okay.
for admission. My name was top.
Oh.
My friend told me, Shekhar, you may not get economics, better you join. My father gave that time 1800 rupees. The fee was about 1000 rupees for admission. I paid, joined. After 30 minutes, I came to economics department. The first name was me. I was interested to join economics, cancel the social work admission. The fee was 1000 rupees.
Okay.
My father gave 1800. In that 200 already I spent. 1000 I paid for a fee for a social work. The balance was 600 rupees. I need 1000 rupees. I requested more than a 10-20 people, sir, begging literally to give me 500 rupees. But no one gave me that time 1 rupee. But maybe God decided that time, maybe the God had a plans for me. Hey, bro, you should not do economics. HR needs here. So those 20 people, thanks to them, they have not given me those 500 rupees. Because of them, today, I am here as a professional social work student. Thanks to those 20 people, thanks to social work for announcing my name and before economics. If they were announced in economics, I should have not been here today. So it is not planned, Basuraj. It's a God gift for me, MSW.
Yeah, I believe in that because everything will happen in our life for some reason for that, and we should accept and be moved. And as you told rightly that if you're not taken, if you're not, they are provided the money what we required, then you not come to this HR,
Exactly.
and now you thank you them. That's really it shows how much value created yourself. So that's really great.
Exactly.
I think you have more than 2 decades of experience in HR, and you are more into manufacturing industries. I know MNC normally because your background of Canada and you are working in one of the well-known company as MNC. How you handle this one, like the language problem initially? Because I know you were, as you mentioned, you moved to Canada. How you started your journey as a profession in HR? Because I know definitely you would have faced a lot of challenges initially to communicate with the people. Is it so that your background is Canada, that's why it's very easy to communicate with the blue collar employee in the manufacturing, or what actually would have?
A great question, Basuraj. First of all, entering MNC, being a Kannada medium student, is not easy. I was during my master degree in the final year, we supposed to go for a field work.
Okay.
I was requesting for KSDM because all administration in Kannada.
What do you mean? K?
Karnataka Soap and Detergent Limited.
Acha.
Okay, company.
Yeah, okay.
I was requested my professor to give me a permission to go to that company.
Okay.
But that professor was not liking me. She intentionally not given KSDL.
Okay.
She written a Auma India Private Limited and thrown letter on me. Go. I took a letter. I read AUMA, Auma India. I was unable to pronounce Auma. I used to pronounce Uma India Private Limited. I carried that letter to that factory. I asked security, Anna, how to pronounce this particular name. He told me Auma. I written as in Kannada Auma. I remembering 1,000 times. I bought it and learned pronounce Auma. I went inside. There was a god sitting as a HR head, Mr. Muralidhar. He was from Gauri Bidnuru. He was a senior from our college.
Okay.
And he called me. He asked me, introduce yourself. I've spoken in Butler English. He told me, your English is very bad, Shekhar. Sir, give me 3 months. Okay. He given me an opportunity. I worked for a 6 months there. I spent my more time in a office than a college. Within a 6 months, I realized this is not my cup of tea. I've decided to leave. When I decided to leave, okay, I've not informed my boss.
Okay.
I was staying in a hostel. Somehow, my manager came to know that I am not going to come. He sent a driver to Austin. Those drivers literally picked me, placed me in the car, carried to the office
Okay.
because I was not ready to go. And my manager told 2 months notice paid, or you should pay 5,000 rupees. Where is money? So, with a unwillingness, I've accepted 2 months. Later, my boss started giving me a dictation every day in English. And he given a condition that once the mistake made, if he corrected, that mistake should not be repeated. Okay. If I repeat, I need to pay 5 rupees as a punishment for him.
Okay.
So in the first month, I made so many mistakes. I paid back all my stipend received.
Okay.
Second month, I paid all the thing. Later, he himself given a 2,000 rupees loan to me. Later, I realized, oh, this fellow is eating my money. I should learn something. I have not started learning English because of interest on learning. To save money, I've started learning the words. That give me a confidence. Slowly, I've started learning, okay, practicing. After that, the confidence built. So the people who came in and around me was really encouraging. My first was really like a more than a father. Later, I left Oman, joined Lincoln Ilios Escape Group Company. There, Mr. Sandeep Sen was my second boss, who is more than my father and mother, who taught me like a guru, like a father, like a brother, each and every day, how I should speak, how should I learn. Today, if I'm able to do something in English, I'm happy to say that I wrote more than 5 books in English. Okay, I diary published 2 articles, morning one, evening one in LinkedIn. All this credit goes to all those eminent personalities who believed in me and made me to reach this level. So the efforts, willingness to learn, the confidence, and the backbone of the mentors will be a facilitating factor to reach any Kannada medium guys to whatever level they want to reach.
Yeah. I agree on that point. You should have a mentor in your life, irrespective of any field. If you have a right mentor, definitely they're going to show the route where you want to achieve. I agree, totally agree on that. As you mentioned, you published 5 different books. I think recently I heard about that. I think I was witnessed that book launch, one of the conference, HR conference. You launched that recently, right? That's what
Exactly. It's about Indian Evidence Act,
Asha.
okay, which has replaced the Indian Evidence Act of the old one.
Okay.
So I have in detail, okay, word by word, I've interpreted this particular Bharatiya Saksha Adhiniyam, Indian Evidence Act. So 2023 in detail, okay, simplified version,
Okay.
okay, about 700 pages. So in my view, this Indian Evidence Act is the backbone of all the transactions what a normal man to a CXO level people will do it. So many of us give a signature simply, but we don't know what is the impact of that signature in a legal framework. So, and we also sign a lot of letters in our transactions with the vendors, with the employer, but without reading. But when the things are not in our favor, how these things will help? I want to educate a normal people to everyone on this particular act. Yes, I made it this with a simple question and answer pattern. Okay, and thanks to my readers, so there was a lot of encouragement. Now my next book about labor laws, about two series, each series about 700 pages. One series will be in this year, the next series will be maybe in the next year first quarter.
Oh, that's great, sir. All the best for that.
Thank you,
Response.
Vasraj.
And you have more than 20 years, experience in manufacturing industries. What I understand, because I also contact a lot of HR people in manufacturing from last 27 years. One of the challenges what I feel as a HR is handling union leaders or handling unions. Do you think that is one of the major challenges in MNC?
This is, I say, without any strong knowledge about the manufacturing industry, a labor laws, how the union functions, people make this kind of the comments. Okay. Sir, where the challenge is not there, sir. You go and ask Amma, how many challenges she will be having. Go and ask a auto driver, how many challenges he will be having. I have done MSW to manage challenges. In MSW, the motto is help people to help themselves.
Okay, but when we talk about, let's say, IT and non-IT, let's say manufacturing and IT company, here manufacturing industries, basically you need to deal with more blue-collar employee. And in IT, they'll not be having union things, but maybe have their different kind of a challenge in that particular industries. But I understand because, so many strikes will happen. There's a lot of communication between management and unions that go to affect your overall productivity of the organization. Those kind of challenges, how you want to handle?
Yeah, I am coming there, Vasura sir. First of all, we need to understand why someone will form a union. Before answering this question, we need to understand who we are. Who is employee? An employee is not just an employee. An employee is a dream of his parents, a trust of his spouse, a future of his children. So, when an employee is entering your factory, he is bringing within a dream, a trust, a future. And a HR, you are responsible to fulfill the dream, a trust, and the future. Why a workers form a union? Only because of three reasons, Basuraj. One is job guarantee, job security. The second reason is good or decent wages and benefits. Okay. A third one is a dignity in the workplace. Yes, yeah. So what are those three things? Job security, a good wages or a salary or a benefits. A third one is a dignity in the workplace. Why a job security? Because he needs to fulfill a dream, a trust, and the future. Why good wages and benefits? Again, it goes back to those three. And again, the dignity why? Because a dignity creates the motivation to work in the workplace. When the union boss, when any one of these factors negatively impacted workers forming union, sir, no one will come to a workplace to fight with his employer. How many times we fight with our parents? As a employer is like a father, sir. You go to a temple, right? Why? You go, you fold your hands and ask God, God bless me with good life. What do you mean by life? Life means I should get a good food, good shelter, good benefits. Okay, my family should be safe. So the God is coming in the name of an employer and giving you a salary to lead a good life. So the employee treats employer as a god. But unfortunately, when the security, best or decent wages, and the dignity because of some people in the organization get affected, the worker form a union. Sir, I am with this company from last 12 years. When I have joined in 2013, the next year union formation happened in 2014. I welcomed with a thanking letter for them. Within 8 months of union formation, I've signed the settlement. I've completed successfully 3 settlements. That a single mandate loss. My workers are committed. We settled the win-win settlement. You give, take, give and take. Are you empowering the workers? Are you educating them with the rights of the workers? If we do that, sir, those people will be your backbone. A managers, remember, white collar people will be more dangerous sometimes than a blue collar. Just now you said that, sir, very easy to manage white collars in the software companies, difficult to know, sir. A worker once committed, forever committed.
Absolutely.
Can you commit to this with your own software engineer?
No.
He will be negotiating with you 2 offers in hand. A worker will not do. You give him what he is asking. Educate him what he wants to do. You see that miracles will happen.
Absolutely. I agree on that.
So what I believe is simple. Fulfill these 3, union will be your friend.
Right.
If you don't fulfill, they will be your enemy. So who make that enemy? You make, sir. So are you doing the role of a father? Are you doing the role of a real HR? If yes, union will be the partner of the organization, sir. And I believe the union leaders also wants this positively to create a win-win situation in the society, sir. So for me, union is a blessing.
Shekhar sir, if you're okay, could you tell one incident that with the union, how you manage a particular incident without taking up the name of the company or person, how you handle those challenges when it comes to union? Could you explain that one, like maybe that going to help us, our audience to understand, like.
Yeah, thank you for asking this question, Basuraj. I don't say it's a challenge. I take it this as an opportunity. Any problem you come across with union actually is an opportunity to correct union and also to correct the management. Take an example. I want to share one incident. One worker, union member, has a problem with other worker.
Okay.
Both of them was traveling in the same company provided transportation.
Okay.
One day, other worker asked, you drop me in a X location, which was not a point.
Okay.
He given a drop. The other worker was not okay with that. Next day, he demands, you drop me in X location. The driver refuses. And he fought with the driver and he creates a problem. He gives a call to a union leader and your union leader tells him, you do one thing, you created today problem in the canteen. So HR will get attention. That time you can share your this problem also and they will resolve. You see, there is no connectivity.
Correct.
What you see here, lack of maturity from a union leader, lack of situational management skill of a union leader, a lack of grievance handling skills of a union leader. What that worker does, he was on a second shift on that day. He took 6 mm nut from his workplace, comes to a canteen, takes the food and comes to the table. Within 5 seconds of started eating the food, he places the nut into a food and he took the nut and he shows everyone in the canteen. and makes the big issue in the canteen. The management wants to kill workers by putting the nut in the food, grease nut in the food. Okay, so don't eat the food. It was in the night around 8:30 to 9. All the workers stop the thing. The worker calls the canteen supervisor, shouts left and right. Now, the canteen guy gives a call to HR. HR tells, no problem, keep that food aside, prepare a new food, serve it. They took 1 hour, all 1 hour time, all the workers were in the canteen and food served. And this guy who complained, he stayed back in the canteen 2 hours after the food serving also. That means 1 plus 2 hours, 3 hours. And after that, he ended his shift and went. The next day, HR comes, goes to a canteen, sees that nut, and immediately takes the decision of placing this guy under suspension pending inquiry.
Oh.
Okay. The union made a big issue. The union called for a boycotting. Okay, tool down. No production. Demanded HR to withdraw the suspension order.
Oh.
It was on a Friday.
Oh my God.
So the HR was very firm, will not take this decision back. So we are doing the investigation. Let investigation report be out. If he has not done any mistake, no problem. So they have done the investigation. They found everything in the CCTV recorded. This guy has only done. On the next day, Monday morning, when all the workers came, the company not allowed all the workers inside. They put, you give a good conduct certificate, declaration that you will not repeat such kind of the things, and will. They announced the strike for 3 days. 3 days they were standing outside. The management was not ready to withdraw the suspension. After 3 days, some of the people in the union came and discussed with the union management, and they understand that this issue will not resolve here. A management shown that video to those 3 people, and they realize later they given a letter from the union that we will not repeat such kind of the things, and they came inside. And that person, inquiry was conducted and charges proved, and later he himself came and settled the resigned and settled the case, and when today he is also working well.
Wow.
Now coming in this particular scenario, lot of lessons. One is, if management agreed that time and withdrawn the suspension, the union other workers also should have followed the same. You should have set bad example.
Correct.
So the management was very firm, the HR leader was very firm, and 3 days production last back. The future is settled. From that day, that organization don't have any such kind of the incidents. So in a nutshell, for a HR to handle such kind of the things, 3 things are very important, are very critical. One is situational management and situational decision making. Second one is confidence on what he is making, confidence on what kind of the decision he is taking. A third one is, labor law or legal expertise or legal language. If these are legal information, if you ask these 3 things, I think any kind of the issues with union can be handled. And this situation also educated union workers. We should not go into these kind of the issues in the future. Like this, so many issues, Baswaraj sir. Actually, you see, if that issue was not happened, union should not have learned the lesson.
Yeah, definitely.
HR also should not have learned the lesson how to do it. Sometimes in Kannada we say, yav kaal nadiyutto, aa kaalu eduvutte. Okay, so in that way, without doing mistakes, we may not be able to set the great standards.
Yeah. Oh, this is one of the best example as a HR leader, how are you going to build a culture in the organization? Because it's very important. because the company build on a culture, and the main person who going to build a culture in an organization, HR. And definitely this is one of the, because HR is so firm on decision what you took, because you show that kind of a culture to build in the organization. That, thank you so much for sharing the story. And do you see HR as a authority or empowering others? Can you define role of HR in organization?
Wow, extraordinary. A quote rather than a question. HR is an authority or a
Empowerment.
empowerment. Wow. See, today, if wherever the poor IR existing, wherever you see a poor culture, I can quote it, the HR is acting as a authority. Wherever you see a win-win situation between union and management, a good culture, you see HR works as a empowering person, empowerment, influencing people. Okay, HR for me is a empowerment, sir. Why? Soldiers do what, sir? Soldiers protect the nation.
Yeah.
They protect you, me, all of us.
Correct.
HR protects whom, sir? HR protects a brother, a mother, a father, or a sister. When I protect them, I am also serving as a soldier to the nation, sir. So I am telling this, as a HR becomes empowerment. HR empowers employees for their development. HR empowers employees to recognize their talent. HR empowers people to reach higher position. HR empowers employees to reach their dreams. So HR is such a beautiful job. By sitting in your chair, sir, you bring smile in the people's lives. A new graduate engineer walkouts from the college holding a certificate in his hand. When HR identifies rightly his potential, places him in a right position, after 10 years, he will be an extraordinary person. That started from HR identifying the right talent at a right time. If not given a right position, his graduation should not have held it good. So in a simple manner, HR is empowerment, not a authority.
Super. That's super. Yeah. Now you are one of the like, you are a director of HR in one of the MNC company. It's been more than 2 decades, and I know how your background, how you started your career. And nowadays it's very important to upskill yourself, irrespective of like your HR. I'm into sales and marketing. That's very important to grow of yourself. According to you, let me ask, like, according to, what is 3 top HR skills to develop to reach in their organization, or to reach in their high level, like to reach high level? According to, what is the 3 top skills to develop as a HR, according to you?
Sir, now the top 3 mantras, I'll call it, what HR professionals should have it. 3 mantras, not for present, for the future. Why I'm using the word future? Sir, make a note, in next few years, precisely after 4-5 years, what HR is doing today, 90% of the job AI will do, sir.
Oh.
Far, far better than what I can do it. Now the question, sir, 90%, what happens to my job? Bro, what happens means you should go to the next level. The AI can take operational HR activities, not strategic. HR, human relations, not human resources. A relation AI cannot build. Okay. So the first skill what a person should have for a future, psychological safety approach. Today you know how much stress a young guys are going on. They know proper value systems, no proper time management. There is a too much stress. People see up to 2 o'clock web series. Next day morning 8 o'clock they will come to office. What kind of the freshness they will be having? The psychological safety comes into a picture. How are you going to handle a psychological safety aspects of each and every worker? This should be one of the core skill HR guys must have it. Because when you connect one to one, the productivity efficiency will be better. The second skill, sir, a labor law expertise. I'm sorry to say, today we ask Google about the law. What Google Akka tells will be final for us. Or now one step ahead. What Chat GPT tells, what DeepSeek tells is the Bible. I've seen a people going and asking Chat GPT, give me a charge sheet for so and so misconduct. How? So today, the union leaders are stronger than HR professionals because they day in, day out deal with labor issues. So in the future, HR should have a strong labor law knowledge. A compliance will be backbone of HR. So if they don't develop this labor law skills, definitely they will be out of the market. The last one, today we call it HR is a business partner. HR is a business guiding force. Okay, HR is a CEO's left or a right hand. So, are you aware about how the business of your company? Are you aware about what is the COGS of your company? Are you aware about what is the manpower cost impact on EBIT? Are you aware about the competitors' activities? Are you aware about how the industry is going to be there after X number of years? So HR should think like a business leader, to create his strategies for 5 years down the line and 10 years down the line. If HR don't connect with the business, I don't think business will need HR. So HR should love to connect with business. Okay, these are the 3 skills I strongly believe HR should have. To conclude, psychological safety, labor law expertise, and connect to business.
Okay, got it. You mentioned a couple of times in this conversation that stress management, right? Do any kind of stress management for the employee, blue collar employee, to overcome those things? Do any activities based learning in your organization, or anything you send them some learning and development? Do you have those kind of things?
Sir, we have a lot of initiatives for stress management, but I have a different opinion about stress management. Without stress, nothing will happen, sir. Okay. So, morning, our day starts with handling stress in the toilet. You may feel, hey, what is this, Shekhar? But that is a reality. Without stress, the cooker will not make a rice.
Right.
The stress is needed, the pressure is needed. But can we manage stress with external programs? As a professional social worker, as a trainer, as an adult counseling the person, I say no. A stress should be managed with our lifestyle. A person has a fight with a wife. He comes to your office. You will send him for a relationship building training program. On that day evening, they will be fighting more than previous days. You know why? In the training program, this fellow learned all the good thing, and he will compare now, my spouse is not supporting in this way, and it will become a double. Someone will be feeling very, very upset, depressed in his life, and he feel that ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನೋ ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ, and that day you will go and give him a gift, happy birthday. What happens? You will feel that What I myself is not happy for my birth. Okay, but the question comes, how do you manage? Sir, you need to go to each individual and first correct the lifestyle. So the real HR stress management technique should be, are you giving a right job for a right person? A stress from a office should not go to home, sir. A stress from a home should not come to office, sir. The moment I go to a home, I should see the smile in my beautiful wife's face, beautiful daughter face. When I go there, if I am not okay, the reactions from that side is not okay. The first technique will be, put right person in a right position for stress management. The second one, sir, give a right targets at a right time. A third one is, pay for a right position, right salary. The fourth one, create a right working culture or an environment where people feel secured and interested to work. Once you create all these things, the 50% of the stress will go down. After that, you can send it for a training programs XYZ. A 8 hours training program will never bring down stress management. Okay, when we attend training programs, when we see a beautiful movies, we'll get so energy. When we come out from the theater, we believe we are the world's best boxer.
Yeah.
But what happens after one day?
It's gone.
Gone. I also love to share here my lifestyle. I wake up at 4:30, sir.
Every day. Wow.
Every day, sharp 4:30, I wake up. My daughters wake up at 4:45. And we both reach Bangalore University ground 5:15. From 5:15 to 7 o'clock, we spend in a workout with a trainer. Our day after completing the workout, sir, you will be so refreshed. That kind of the environment, that kind of the work, when you are sweating out, when you are coming, the pain in your legs, the body give you an experience that, bro, you are alive. So when the moment happens, when I come to home, okay, I do puja, okay, while going to office, I'll take a 45 minutes travel time. I divide 45 minutes into 3 categories. 15 minutes I will listen to motivational speeches. 15 minutes I will listen to a Bhava Gita, okay, songs. 15 minutes I spend to recap what should I do now. I'll go to office. I will be having my very structured plan. What should I do? I will complete all my complicated tasks in the beginning, and in the night I will come back 8:30 to home. I will spend 1 hour for reading. Later I spend 1 hour with my daughter, and I will go to a sleep. And each Sunday, Saturday, I'll plan my day in such a way that what is the productive, what is the value addition coming to me. And frankly speaking, I never experienced stress in my life. Only stress for me is that I don't have a stress.
No, really. Because it shows that it depends on the individual person how you're going to handle. And as you mentioned rightly, that you need to focus well advanced one day plan. Like as you mentioned, what are the things to be done in then those kind of tasks, those type of actions oriented places makes you so relaxed and calm. What we do is we'll do everything in nth moment. That's why we feel stressed out. And you give an examples really that going to help a lot of our audience that stress can be managed like this also. But it depends on individuals. Rather than going and attending some training or sessions, you get a motivation definitely. But that disciplined life, what you're going to create, that's going to help you a lot. That's going to create a habit. And that's become very easy for you to go. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. As you said this, Basuraj, I saw that you kept a lot of plants in your office. Nice to see. Have you ever spoke to a tree?
No, but I want to share that my wife's talk to the plants every day because in my home she's put a lot of garden and things and she tell me a lot of time talk to the plants.
Beautiful, sir.
Yeah, she's still every time she will tells me that.
Next day, you just spend 5 minutes with a plant, sir. Smile to a plant. you will experience back the smile.
Definitely, I'll do it.
You go to a tree, mango tree, stand. The mango tree will going to give a fruit to you. So we should know how to connect with the nature.
Correct. And these are the things makes you so calm and relax yourself.
Exactly.
That's very important. Yeah.
The stress is not given. Stress is taken.
Correct.
So
I agree on that.
so the nature itself is a great medicine for us to come out from the stress.
My next question is, have you ever faced the failure in your professional journey? If you so yes, could you explain what the learning from that failure?
Sir, many HR professionals, many of us tell that no, sir, I have not come across any failure. That itself is a major failure. The one of the major failure which I believe really made me life changing this thing. When I was in my second job, okay, I have had a very good relationship with my managing director, Mr. Sandeep Seth. I've recruited one candidate who was referred by our CFO that time. He was his relative. Okay. I recruited him without informing our managing director.
Oh,
His executive secretary, after a few months, went and complained to managing director that Shekhar done like this. You believe him so much. He violated the policy and he recruited the relative of CFO. As though we have followed through a due recruitment process on merit-based recruitment.
okay.
Managing director stopped talking to me for 1 week. And later one day he called me to his house and he said, okay, Shekhar, why you have done this? I lost faith on you. You should have informed me this. So, okay, if you have informed, I should not have told no. But now this set a bad example. I've taken so emotionally this. Next day I came, I requested CFO and I told this guy to leave. And that guy is left. Later MD called me and told, for me, this is more hurting than that.
Yes.
That I consider is a major failure because I was reactive, I was emotional, I really not thought about what will happen to the candidate's life, future. But luckily today is really in a well position.
Super.
One side I see, okay, that guy is good, but I consider this as a really a life-changing lesson for me. So yes, I consider this as my major failures.
Major learning for you, right?
Major
Learning, 100%. Yeah. These are like a practical example or experience individually when you go through these kind of things.
Exactly.
And those kind of experience in our life makes so differently what we looking forward. That's really helpful.
Many people may not share this, but I love to share this. I have done this mistake.
Absolutely, Nafi.
And that
Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah.
That mistake tells me every time, bro, don't do this kind of the mistake.
That's so absolutely agree on that. Yeah. Acha, as a HR professional, how do you contribute to the society?
Sir, as I already said to you, HR professionals are responsible to protect a dream, trust, and future. Sir. What else you need to contribute to society, sir? When you make one graduate engineer as a managing director, one operator into a well-settled employee, one trainee to an engineer, one young girl as a manager of XY department. You recruit so many people, create so many jobs, you ensure compliances, You contribute to the society through PSI, XYZ. Whatever you do as a HR guy, you are contributing as a profession.
Yeah.
But coming to my case, how I contribute in three ways, sir. My passion other than HR is legal and safety. On the legal point of view, every day in the morning, I create a poll on labor law. This is happening from last 1 year. And in the evening, I will give a detailed answer for that particular question.
Okay.
Okay, so this creates a labor law awareness in the community.
HR community.
And in each day, I may get 5 to 6 calls for asking for some questions, clarifications. This is one way. And the second way, okay, I work as a mentor for a lot of young HR professionals. A third one is basically safety, my passion, sir. I train, okay, lot of people on safety, being an HR, or psychological safety, and I developed a module called attitude-based safety, ABS, not anti-braking system, attitude-based safety. This is my own module. For 8 hours, I conducted more than 20 sessions on this subject, and I am also associated with labor departments to go and train employees on this subject in various industries. Also, I write safety codes in English, Hindi, Telugu, and also in English. All four: English, Kannada, Telugu, and Hindi. All four languages. I write safety codes and I post it. Recently, in this year, for a National Safety Day, I published a book, The Protector, which are 365 safety codes. Apart from this, I also planted so far, means not only me, through my initiatives, more than 5,000 saplings, and those saplings today more than 60% have grown up as a plants. And Bangalore University, where I consider I'm lucky to be there, and it's a Bangalore 7. Okay, so there is a one park we have created through BSA, my present company. So there I contribute. And the last one, how I contribute, I'll save water, I protect usage of plastic, and I protect the trees. So my mantra is always save water, protect trees, okay, control the usage of plastic and other thing. And the last one, treat your parents as you treat your kids. So this is the way I my tiny contributions
To the society.
to the society and HR and legal pattern.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, Shekhar, sir. Amazing. Yeah, whenever I ask questions, that my eye is going that particular, lapel pen. You're doing that be great, I think, right?
Yes, sir. It's a big great.
Why you're wearing that?
Sir, this big great is my brand. Okay. Yeah. I think in Karnataka, if you say big great, the majority say 100% it's Shekhar. Okay. So this I'm using from 2003, my first job.
Okay.
It is my signature, goes with my signature, B grade. Why I use it, this B grade? If I am wearing this, you are reading as what?
B
grade. You are telling to whom?
myself.
No, to me you are telling. You are reading B grade. So you are telling me to be great. And when I am wearing, I am telling you that be great. A single word, it is a two-way communication. Sir, relationships builds when you respect ego of other person. So being a HR, being a human being, being a professional social worker, I believe you are existing in this society to make someone big, someone great. Okay, someone feel proud about himself or herself. So I feel this will make that journey. Anyone who comes to me first we'll read these. He will tell be great and I will be telling the be great.
Good. Amazing, sir. Amazing perspective. Yeah, we are almost end of this podcast, and it's been great conversation with you. I learned a lot of things. There's a lot of inputs. As a HR leader, if you want to give 3 pro tips for upcoming HR profession, what are your 3 top tips for the HR profession?
Sir, write it. First tip is write in a bold letters. I am the world's best HR.
Superb.
And take a printout, paste in front of you. In front of your bed, on your mirror, in the toilet, wherever it is possible. I am the world's best HR.
Super.
The second one, I born to win. Okay. Second one, I born to win. A third one, learn.
LLL, lifelong learner.
So if you learn. If you learn, you will become a world's best HR. If you learn, you will win. So do these 3. I think the entire world will stand and salute for you.
Super, sir. Great. It's great. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking your time out and coming here. Experience, like talk about yourself, giving so much of stories, practical examples, experiences to share with the audience. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Basuraj. Thank you, Basuraj, for this wonderful opportunity. And I also thank my mother, Kannada, Tai Bhuvneshwari. Today, whatever I am, because of my mother language, Kannada.
Now,
So I learned whatever I spoken today is because of the power of Kannada. Tai Bhuvneshwari.
ನಿಜ ನಿಜ.
ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ತಾಯಿ ಭುವನೇಶ್ವರಿ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಿಮಗೂ ಓಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸರಣಿಗಳು ಇನ್ನೂ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ತಾಯಿ ಭುವನೇಶ್ವರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Thank you so much.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
So thank you so much for coming. This is a sustainable gift from our end.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು
So much.
ಆಲ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸರ್.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
From this episode, I have a 3 takeaway. The first one is give back to the society. As a HR profession, he done lot of things from the society. Like he planted tree, he help other people to come up. He's mentoring, he's help like these kind of things is going to help society. This is what I learned. What you need to be, irrespective of any profession, you have to give back to the society. The second one is believe in yourself. As he mentioned in the episode, if you think that you are the best HR person in the world, HR manager in the world, then you need to stick those pictures whenever you see in home, office. You should believe in yourself that you are best HR in the world. And third one is workout. How to manage stress? He mentioned that he get up at 4:30 and he work out, he go for walk. That's going to help him to re-energize himself. And he's mentioned some of the employees, they binge watching Netflix whole night and coming morning working, and that doesn't serve the purpose. Automatically the productivity will come down. These 3 takeaways are very important as an individual to grow. If you like this episode, please do share with your professional friend and please do subscribe. Thank you. See you in the next episode.